Hello and welcome. How is everyone doing? Happy Halloween. Happy Samhain. Today I'm doing my 278th presentation, and it will be on the goddess Neith. And this lovely card comes from this tarot deck. Egyptian Gods Oracle Cards by Sylvana Alasia. Check it out. You can get it on Amazon or eBay or your local book or occult or New Age store. So, who is Neith? Well, before the Greeks came, her name was actually pronounced as Nit. When the Greeks came, they put the H at the end and her name became Neith. Her symbols involve the red crown of Lower Egypt, which is northern Egypt. So Lower Egypt is north, Upper Egypt is south. It's the way the Nile River flows. So her animals deals with spider, cow, the female bovine, a snake, even a cat, a crocodile, and vulture. She was eventually identified by the Greeks as their Athena. Neith is an ancient goddess, a primordial goddess, said to be 1/3 female and 2/3 male, but is a goddess and a mother goddess. She is self-created. She created herself and is associated with the noon. And earlier stories say she created everything, including Ra. Originally, she had no consort. Then later on, she was associated with consorts. So she later became associated with different husbands. So she eventually, like with Knum, KHNUM, which I did a presentation on. So, and then also as well as Set. She became associated with as the consort, or the other half of Set, which I did a presentation on. She's a goddess of weaving, literal sense and figuratively sense. That she is a goddess who weaves, and she was the one who made the burial shroud to put on Asar, aka Osiris. She weaves the fabric of the universe and also weaves destiny. She is a patroness of weavers. So she can help you if you do any type of like embroidery or sewing. She also will help you weave spells together, or help you weave what you want and want to manifest in your life. She is a goddess originally of hunting, but then later became associated with warfare, a warrior goddess, a bloodthirsty warrior goddess who also protects the pharaoh. She is a goddess of sovereignty. I would put her as mother goddess and sovereign queen. From maiden, warrior, mother, crone, and sovereign queen. I would put her as mother and sovereign queen. Here we see with one of our colors is green. One of our colors is green, but she's also associated with the red crown. Gold is also appropriate for her. So as you see the golden altar cloth. And before we had Miss Kitty here. Hey, Miss Kitty, come on back. It's your time to shine, Miss Kitty. It's your time to shine. So her temples, her major temples were at Esna, Sais, as well as Memphis. Her festivals were celebrated, which was actually yesterday, October 30th. So this is actually appropriate. I didn't get to do it yesterday, but today is October 31st. And we know the true Samhain is actually the cross-quarter Samhain is in Scorpio in the 15th degree. So October 30th. Her next festivals are going to be December 26th, January 18th, as well as January 19th and May 10th. Also, we also have festivals for her as... What are you doing, Miss Kitty? September 7th. And August 3rd and August 19th. The Feast of Lights was associated with her, where people would light up lamps. Kind of reminds me of Diwali, where the Festival of Lights. I'm not saying Diwali is the same thing. It's not. So, yeah, so lamps. And so, the generally... June 24th, which is also associated with her. See, I forget. Did you stop? She's running back and forth, crazy cat. Come on, Hyper. You're too old. You're an old lady. You're 11 years old. Look at you. She's 11. She's running around like a kitten. I love it. That just tells me she's happy and healthy. So, approximately right around June 24th, is the Feast of Lamps, and in which lamps were lit and, oh my God, left to burn throughout the night. And it was an important, very important feast and festival associated with the goddess Neith, right? So she becomes, as a warrior, a goddess of bloodlust, savagery, and total destruction. Now, for you people into science, she is a goddess of science. She's a goddess of rational science. Oh my God, she's running back and forth from one room to another. Here comes Miss Kitty. Whee! You should see this is live. She's running from one room, then running under the bed, then running. She's just exercising. Gotta get the exercise. Exercise is good. Remember to exercise. Message brought to you by Miss Kitty. Oh. So yes, she is a goddess of science. She is a goddess that was associated with past, present, and future. She is said to have been all that was, all that is, and all that shall be. The goddess of creation, preservation, and destruction. She is the goddess who nurtures and preserves. She is credited with creating the universe and the world. Even sometimes said to be woven on her loom. So she is the goddess of the loom. Loom. So when the tribunal between Horus and Set were being fought, Ra consulted, the great god, sun god Ra, which I did a presentation on, consulted to settle the tribunal, to be the one who will decide. She said that if she decides, her word must be accepted, and it was agreed upon. And she said, if you do not accept my word, I will be very angry, and you would not like me when I'm angry like the Incredible Hulk. So she chose Horus, Hor, who is called Hor and Heru, later Heru, to be the rightful king of the land. But Set gets a consolation prize, which I talked about in his presentation. And people were like, oh, and if my judgment is not accepted, I will be very angry. I will bring ruin and devastation and destruction. I will bring the sky to touch the ground. That sounds like a fucking tornado. When the sky touches the ground. And you know how big tornadoes can be, from a little thing to a giant wedge tornado. She will bring the sky to the ground. So we see she also deals with storms. Bringing the sky to the ground. So she also is said to also help hold up the sky along. Of course, Shu does too, S-H-U. But Neith also. Neith is also credited with protecting the dead, the spirits of the dead, helping them, on their journey. Also protecting the tombs. Protecting the tombs of the dead. That she will bring curses and her savage animals to tear apart those who would dare defile the dead. She represents women who are pregnant, and she also helps, she's like a midwife helping to give birth. She is a goddess of domestic arts. And it is she who gifted not only Osiris with the mummy wrappings, but she is the one who gifted all of humanity with mummy wrappings, the bandages and shrouds. So here she represents the dead. Appropriate time for her. I mean, her day was October 30th. She is such a warrior goddess that she is like, she's more like an Athena than Ares, which I did presentation of both of them. She's strategic battle. She's the one who leads the charge. She is in front line. She is like the general. And she was first, and Neith was first mentioned in the early dynastic period. It is she who blesses the weapons of the warrior and the weapons of the hunter. So those who are warriors and those who are hunters have a goddess in Neith. Those who do domestic arts or who is a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad have a goddess in Neith. They have a goddess in her. She is a goddess of power. She is a goddess of warfare. She is a goddess of defensive and offensive magic. Creativity. So if you want to create something and you want to get your creative juices flowing, call upon this great goddess. Look at this. This is perseverance. The oracle card represents perseverance. She is also a protector. So let's read, comes from this beautiful deck. Egyptian Gods Oracle Cards. So I should have had this prepared. I'm never prepared. I don't like reading from things. I like to do it from memory. Neith. I got Spanish. Hang on. Okay. Perseverance. A unique, great, and mysterious divinity, mother of the universe. Of the sun Ra, conceived while remaining a virgin. So she's also called a virgin goddess. I'm interjecting here. She's the Virgin Mother. Gee, I wonder where Mary got it from. The Virgin Mother of God. The Virgin Mother of Ra. She is the Virgin, the Holy Virgin. Okay, so back to the Mother of the Universe. She's the Mother of the Universe, of the sun god Ra, conceived while remaining a virgin, warrior and hunting goddess, creator of warrior weapons and guardian of the dead in battle, but also protectress of peace at home, of weaving, a deity that wove the whole world and existence. She represents determination, challenges, intelligence, and knowledge of the truth. Neith guides you in achieving a goal. Do not give up hope. Neith urges you to persevere. She will protect you if you put your heart into working and hard and intelligently. I forgot another animal she's associated with, which is very important to life. And if they go, we go, pretty much. There's other animals that can do cross-pollination. But the one that we rely on is the bee. And the symbol of the bee is also a symbol of Lower Egypt. She is the house of the bee. She deals with bees. Who likes honey here? I like honey. I like all different types of honey, especially Manuka honey. That's really good. But she deals with the bee. Very important for the world. Very important for the environment. So the bee, go back to your notes. See, that's this proof I don't have notes. Go back to your notes and put down bee. So you could call her Neith, Neat, or Knit. Either one. She is called the oldest one, as well as the nurse of crocodiles. One of her sons that she nurses and helps is Sobek. So crocodiles are also, I think I said that. Did I? If I didn't, put that in your notes. Crocodiles are her animals. Her favorite people are weavers, soldiers, hunters, and artists. All types of artists. And midwives. Pregnant women. And those like obstetrics. So if you're a doctor of obstetrics, she's your goddess. So it deals with the birthing room. And that can also be the one in the hospital. Her plants are papyrus as well as flax. Now some has also associated her with the goddess Tanit. It is said no mortal has been able to ever lift the veil that covers me, to know all her mysteries, for she is a mysterious goddess. Primordial, ancient, and powerful, self-generated. And it is said that she is also not only of Egypt, but also of Libya. She is said to invent the shuttle, as well as the loom. She put the great sky on her loom. She was the first said in her myth, in her stories, to give birth. First to give birth. Her name, Neith, seems to derive from like to weave, to knit. So, knit, Knit, rhymes with Nit, knit. So, one of her symbols is a shield with two arrows crossing it. A shield with two arrows crossing it. As well as a shuttle, the loom. She appears beautiful, but sometimes very androgynous woman. She will be seen wearing the red crown of Lower Egypt. And sometimes she, as I said, snakes, will appear, show herself as transform herself into a gold cobra. She is a goddess of knowledge and wisdom. Anything to do with science and math and learning is hers. She's a goddess of ever evolving, of helping everyone through evolution. The evolution physically, but also spiritually, and the evolution of the mind. To be able to change, to rewrite your thoughts, to weave your thoughts, to be able to rewire your brain in a physical sense and a figuratively sense, to rewrite your mental script, your thoughts. She also was said to help protect Ra on the Boat of a Million Years when he went and had a battle with that great monster whom she helped fight. She protects Ra. But she also has a great close relationship with Set. Hail, Set! She is all said that I am always. I am always. I am always then, and I am always now, and I am always forever. She also has a great relationship with Sobek. Hail, Sobek! Is Neith approachable? 50-50. 50-50. So if you're kind of timid, try to go to appeal to her motherly side. But I like those dark goddesses, and she can be very dark. She can be very dark indeed. She is also portrayed as suckling a crocodile on each of her breasts, where she feeds them milk. So we see that she's a nurturer. She's a goddess of nurturing. She feeds the crocodiles, but she's also nurturing to all who want it and who is deserving. Sometimes she's depicted with a green face and green hands, like Osiris, who is also the green god. Don't you bite me, Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty is here. She's done with her exercise. She said, now, after exercise, get some plenty of rest, right, Miss Kitty? Miss Kitty knows. Miss Kitty sure does know. So, Neith is sometimes even depicted as a goddess with a phallus. You know what a phallus is. A penis. Neith is said to say, "Let there be light," and there was light. She created the light. Let there be light, and there was light. Let there be sound, and there was sound. Let there be guitar. Let there be rock. Okay, AC/DC. Okay, whatever. I'm boring. No, I won't see myself out yet. She is also called she of the lower Egyptian crown. I'm sorry, she of the lower Egyptian crown. Sometimes she is seen to have a webs around her. Like some people have visualized a spider web around her. Sometimes a shuttle on a loom on her head. So she is the Neith is said to emerge from the primeval waters, the noon, and brought the primeval mound just by uttering its name, just by saying, "Let there be a mound." And it reminds me again of St. John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And that God held Neith. Sometimes when we say God, it doesn't always mean male. It can mean female. Oh, tomorrow's Diwali. Happy Diwali. Happy Diwali. Tomorrow's the Festival of Lights. Happy Diwali 2024. And then the next day is the Day of the Dead. Yay! Santa Muerte. How to say that? Now, the Sais region is in the Delta. Ooh. Neith's worship was widespread in Delta, and she was a popular goddess. And she is becoming more and more and more and more known. I don't have a lot of books written about her, but she's becoming, thanks to modern technology, people are all over rediscovering the goddess Neith. So, when Menes, Pharaoh Menes, united Lower Egypt with Upper Egypt, with Northern Egypt and Southern Egypt, he decided to take the title. I don't know if you know this in history. Nesu-bit, which means the Pharaoh or the king of the Upper and Lower Egypt. And Nesu means he who belongs to the reed, which is the reed, or EED, is the symbol of Upper Egypt, which is Southern Egypt. And bit, which means he who belongs to the bee. Sting you. The Lower Egypt. So, the reed and the bead. So, there is one temple at Neith and Sais that's actually called the Mansion of the Bee. The mansion. The big house of the bee. I want a mansion. Hoot Beat. HOOT-BIT. Hoot Beat. So, the bee. The buzzy bee. The busy bee. And did you know that in that temple was housed a cat? A cat was kept there. Meow. It's like my home, full of cats. I'm the crazy cat lady. And she was also called in Lower Egypt named Neith Hotep, which means the peace of Neith. Peace, P-E-A-C, like peace, man. Peace be with you, and also with you. But also, it also means Neith is satisfied, so satisfaction and peace. Fact one of the queens in Dynasty 1 who had the name Neith in her name. Her Neith, Her-Neit, which means pleasing, something that is pleasing to Neith. As well as Mariette Neith. Mariette Neith, which means beloved, or one beloved of Neith, the one who's loved by Neith. And now Menes, Pharaoh Menes' son, Hor-Aha, Hor, which is Horus, Aha. You know anything about Alistair Crowley? Aha. Hor-Aha built a sacred temple for Neith at Sais. So this is one of the oldest temples so far that we have evidence of her temple. So I thought that would be interesting about this goddess. So, what else is she? She is a goddess that can empower you, bring you to your power. Whenever you feel like you're on your knees and you're subjugated, she can empower you. And she can definitely subjugate those who have subjugated you. Oh, I'm so thirsty. So, although this goddess was a powerful, influential, significant figure in the Egyptian pantheon, at a very early date, like I said, ancient, primordial, Neith achieved the height of her worship and popularity very late into the dynasties. It lasted from the Sate, I don't know how to pronounce the word, Saite, Sate period, yeah, Sate period, through the Persian occupation, when the Persians came. Persian occupation. But also the Greeks revered her when they came to Egypt. And the Macedonian Greeks, who drove out the Persians out of Egypt. So the Macedonian Greeks drove out the Persians and get out of the country. And come on, 300, no, 300, 332. I remember. Okay, I had to remember the number. 332 BCE. So the Greeks in 332 BCE drove out the Persians. She drove out the Persians. They drove out the Persians. They're like, bye bye. See you later, alligator. Anyways, what shall we offer to Neith? What shall we offer to the goddess Neith? We shall offer her beer, mead, M-E-A-D, which is more of a newer thing, but it's made from fermented honey. Honeycombs and honey. We shall offer her bread and milk. You can offer the goddess gold, arrowheads, bullets, weapons of war. We shall offer her. You can't go wrong with sweets and honey cakes. Why not honey cakes? A lot of deities seem to like these honey cakes. You shall offer her fresh water, of course, flame and fire. You should offer her flame and fire. Offer unto the goddess delicious fruits and flowers, especially sweet smelling flowers and lotuses. She likes that. Offer her flax and flax seeds. Offer her a shield. Offer her snakeskin. Offer her papyrus. Give her wine, champagne, beer. Did I say beer? All types of bread. Don't be afraid. Offer her cream. Offer her milk and honey together. Bast also likes milk and honey. But this is not about Bast. Offer her anything like cereals that have feature honey in it. Like Honey Nut Cheerios, good for the heart. But offer those things. Offer her nice things. She likes perfume, sweet perfumes, and sweet incense. Now, Neith as female and male, she is called the father of fathers. Neith is called the father of fathers, the mother of mothers, queen of queens, and the king of kings, father and mother of all the gods, and mother and father of all the gods. She is the father of Ra, the mother and father of all things, the mother and father of in the beginning. In the beginning was the mother and father. You know how the Bible starts. Bereshith Elohim. I mean, in the beginning they created. Bereshith Elohim. She is the female serpent of life. The feminine sun. The feminine disc. She's also known as the father and mother who came into existence. When we talk about the feminine disc, we mean the solar disc. So remember, 2/3 of her are male. 1/3 is female, but she is a goddess. She's called a goddess. The mother of Sobek, mother of primordial time, mother of, I always said mother of mothers, mother who inaugurated existence, mother who was without being born, yet she is a mother who gives birth. She's also deals with the Lady of Health. So in the Ebers Ebers papyrus, Neith is called upon to aid a sick patient. That she said, I came out of Sais with. So the patient says, I came out of Sais with the mother of the gods. and that she protects the patient, and that the venom shall not enter the name of the patient because he is Horus or Heru, and that Osiris, aka Asar or Wasir, is the father, and Neith, the mourner, M-O-U-R-N-E-R, is the patient's mother. So she does deal with mourning, M-O-U-R-N-I, mourn, to cry, with someone who's dead. So she does deal with the funerary rites. Perfect time for this time of year. So even as early as the pyramid text, Neith is associated with Mehet Weret. Neith as Mehet Weret. Mehet Weret is the great swimmer or the great flood. It deals with the great flood or the great swimmer, and that deals with the flooding of the Nile, the great flood. So she does come as a cow goddess as well. So she does, put that in your notes, she does come as a great cow goddess. Neith is the mother of many deities. Again, each deity, it depends on the story and where you were in Egypt, will depending. But generally speaking, she's the mother of many, like Sobek, Ra, Tahuti, Atum, Mut, Amun, Num. So many have been associated with her. Heka, the god of magic. So again, it always depends on what your, back then, what was your spiritual center, what part of you were from, will depend on which deities, who's the wife of this, who's the husband of that, who's the son of this, and who's the mother of that. So, if you look at one instance, who Neith is associated with Mehet Weret, creates the bull Set, and the revolt of the bull at the moment of his birth, in which which brings disorder. But then the animal is haltered and controlled and mastered by Neith to bring order out of chaos. She is the way, the truth, of the light. She is the way, the truth, and the light. Bible likes to steal everything from the pagans, don't they? And then say it's theirs. Those pesky Christians. The Abrahamic religion. She even said that she leads the way for Num, the moon god. Oh, I'm sorry, not Num. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Khonsu is the moon. Sorry, Khonsu is the moon. I made a mistake. I'm correcting it. Khonsu is the moon. Kind of like Num. I also did a presentation on Num as well as Khonsu. So she is the one who opens the way for Num. So, again, I made a mistake. I'm correcting myself. I am not perfect. I'm far from perfect. Num is also a creator. Khonsu is the moon. So, got a little bit of a cold, so I think I do. Allergies are going crazy and waiting for the allergy to hit. It just, I don't know. But I'm sorry about that if I made any mistakes. Kansu is the moon. So there is also a story where Num is paired with Neith, and they both are co-creators. Bereshith Elohim. In the beginning, they created, but Neith is usually seen who procreates parthenogenically. Parthenogenically. So Neith is also a goddess that deals with pregnancy and becoming fertile to give birth. So if you're looking to have a child, call upon Neith. To protect a pregnant woman, again, Neith. Neith is a great protector. She can be very calm, very caring, but she can also be very violent and very hostile. So Neith has also been associated with Ptah. That's another god that paired with Ptah. So if you're looking for consorts, Neith and Ptah. Yes, Sekhmet is also the wife of Ptah. Now, Neith is also paired with the goddess Selkis, or Serket, who are also protector of the dead, and the canopic jars in the tomb. Again, dealing with a wonderful day today. Happy Halloween! So, Serket, or Selkis, is a goddess, a scorpion goddess, which later Isis becomes Isis Selkit. Isis wears the scorpion headdress, which, of course, the goddess Serket, or Selkis, wears the scorpion headdress. And both of them also deal with healing and removing, protecting from venom, and to help with venom. Not the movie Venom, but a venom that comes from an animal like bees, or which has venom. Bees have venom, right? Wasp has venom. Hornets has venom. Snakes has venom. So platypus has venom. Now there is one myth that I read that where Neith is actually stung by a scorpion. She screams out in pain and agony. Set Isis is startled and concerned, and that Isis comes to the rescue to help Neith. Just one of the stories. There's even one story where Heru, Horus the Younger, not Horur, the Horus the Elder, but Horus the Younger, the son of Osiris and Isis, Neith appears before him and promises him a good hunt, which she keeps her promise. Now, in the Festival of Light at Sais has its own stories where lighting of the lamps so that Neith can guide Osiris, Wasir, Asar, and the dead to the afterlight. So she's a guide of the dead, a psychopomp. She's associated with the mysteries of Osiris. And some noteworthy instances is where she's the mother of Osiris. So I know Nut is usually the most common accept the most common acceptance of the story is that Geb and Nut are the mother and father of Osiris. So here again, it depends what part of Egypt. I don't want to confuse anyone, so we'll leave it at that. So there was one time when Horus was struggling while hunting hippopotami, which is plural for hippopotamus, so hippopotami, not hippopotamuses, hippopotami. The goddess Neith comes to his aid and takes her bow and arrow and shoots the hippo. Another symbol of Neith, let's go back to symbols, is the bow and arrow. Bow and arrow, bow and arrow, bow and arrow. I know. I don't write notes. I don't write scripts. Now, other places, so let's go back to where she's the Latopolis. I know, Elephantine. I got an Edfu, so work, brain, work. Stop confusing everyone. So during the festival's lamp is which was illuminated. Neith throws aside her veil, guiding the wandering dead souls to their home with her living light. So lighting of candles, fire, and flame is associated with her. And you can take a white candle if you wish and light it. Or tonight when you light your orange and black candles, think of Neith and the Festival of Lights. But tonight's not the Festival of Lights, that's in June. But this is also a time where we talk to the dead and guide their dead and protect ourselves from the dead, which she can protect us from bad spirits and negative entities. She has that power to scare them away. Go away. Another title of Neith is also the Celestial Vault, meaning the sky. She's also called the Great One, the region of heaven, she who has created the sky, she who has given birth to all the stars. So those are some of her associations. She is also called Lady of the Arrows, Lady of the Bow, Lady of the Shield, Lady of the Shield and Arrows. She is a creator. She can help you create things in your life, to weave things in your life. Also, knot spells. Anyone into knot spells and stuff like Witch's Ladder? Right there. Here she is. She can help you with the knot spells and Witch's Ladder spells. And anything to do when you're weaving. Magic. So you can make an energy cord and you rub your hand and you pull out a cord and you do knot spells that way. She can help you with that. So that is just some interesting things about her. Wow, I've been talking about 54 minutes. I didn't know I was talking this long about her. So she was even venerated during the Ptolemaic by the Ptolemies, the dynasty, before the last to rule before Rome. So she was worshipped by the Ptolemies. Can you believe that? She was also honored there. So she stands watch over Dua Mutef, who is one of the four sons of Horus, Heru, Hor, and who guards the canopic jars, who deals with the dead and the tombs. So Dua Mutef, she stands watch over him. She's also known to be not just a weaving, but also the terrifying one. She's called the mother of the gods as well as the grandmother of gods, and even the great goddess. The great goddess of all. Now, one of the other animals that have been associated with her, go back to your notes, is the click beetle. One of her symbols that represented Neith in earlier times may have actually been a click beetle. And then later, the symbol was reinterpreted as the shield with crossed by two arrows. Just thought that was interesting. She was also called mother of all the snakes and crocodiles. I know, I'm giving a lot of titles. She has so many titles. Now, even Plato comments on the link between Athena and his dialogue of the Timaeus. So he writes about the connection, the synchronization, and the identification. She is the goddess of truth, understanding, and to know. So she can really help you with those oracles. To know. She can help you with divination. To know. She can help you with fortune telling. To know. To know. So, wow, this guy, I've been talking about almost an hour, so I'm going to end this and thank y'all for watching. And it has come to my understanding that many of my viewers are not subscribers. So please subscribe, please subscribe. You can open up a YouTube channel. You don't need to make YouTube channels in order to have an account. You can open one. It's very easy. And it will really help my channel grow. And then you can actually press the like button. And you can actually comment. So please like and subscribe my video. Now, today of all days, please protect those black kitties in the next few days. If you have a black cat that is indoor, outdoor, keep it in. Keep those black cats in. Because there are many mean people out there that think they're bad luck and evil. And there are many mean people that like to do terrible things. So if you see a black cat for adoption around this time and you want a cat, get that black cat before some asshole does. Because sometimes some places do give away free animals for adoption. And free is free. And what does it matter to someone who wants to hurt this poor animal? Oh, they're just going to get it for free. So please, please, please protect those black cats. If you see a black cat that's friendly, please find a way to protect that cat. Find a way, please. Even if you could just put it in your basement with some food, water, and a litter box. or in the attic, please, and just keep it safe from anything that it can eat or hurt itself. Protect those black cats. And think adoption is your first option, or find an animal in the street and give it a good home. And all because you can't pet an animal, a dog or a cat that's feral, doesn't mean you get to hurt it. You could feed the animal. You don't have to watch it. You could just put out food like I do and just say, enjoy your meal. Give it fresh water. What do you have to say, Black Cat, Miss Kitty? Well, we got a black cat right here. Hi, Miss Kitty. And she agrees with me. And remember, get plenty of exercise, drink water, and get some rest. Just like her. She just flopped right on Neith. Look at her. She's such a ham. There she is. There she is. There she is. Miss Kitty. And as always, blessed be.